parents were Sylvania Snow and Oliver Linnell Snow, and Aaron Snow and his wife Mary Tuddy lived in what is now the Orleans Inn, and started their business with the schooner Nettie M. Rogers, which was built in Mystic, Connecticut for Captain Asa Rogers. It was later owned by Captain Aaron Snow, who sailed the coast for merchandise, including wood and coal, for his store on Town Cove at his house, which is now the Orleans Inn, in 2012. Aaron and Mary Tuddy Snow had a son, William H. Snow, who was born in 1857 and died in 1930, and his wife Annie Laurie Snow, born in 1864 in Howich, daughter of Nathan and Fanny Eldridge Snow, Walker, and she died in 1947. The home of William and Annie Laurie was the original store of Snow's store, as well as their home. The weighing scale was a large box on the right used for weighing coal, and there's a coal pile on the right-hand side. And the wagons would draw up with their coal, and either coal would be added or taken off for accurate weight. And these are receipts for lumber sales from Snow's store, buying lumber and selling it. This is the third generation. Their son Harry Snow was born in 1887 and died in 1977. He was also in the World War I Signal Corps, training to be a pilot in 1917. His wife was Adeline Cullum Snow from England, who migrated to Canada and then to the United States in Concord, Mass. And this was W.H. Snow and Sons around 1923. And Mr. Snow had a testimonial dinner from the people of his hometown in 1973 for all the good work he had done for the people of the town. This is a picture of William H. Snow and Sons in 1921. The wagons probably were all part of the Old Home Week Parade of 1921. The Pants Factory building on the left was owned by George Snow, William Snow's brother. And it was torn down by Nickerson Lumber Company, and they had a model home section sent up there. It was bought by Snow's, and it became their garden center. This is Harry's touring car in 1910, and Snow's building. This is Harry training to be a pilot for the Lone Eagles in Arkansas. And then this is a picture of the Main Street with the Pants Factory, later used by Nickerson Lumber Company for their mill work.
Outdoor living mode calling 881, please. Outdoor living line 881.
This is Harry in his touring car of 1910, an EMF emblem was on the touring car, and Stan has saved it. And it's an unusual car made by the EMF company, Barney Everett, William Metzger, and Walter Flanders. This is a picture of Bonnie and Stan Snow during the bicentennial in 1997, watching the bathtub race on Town Cove. their three children, James, Julie, and Alan. And Stan and Bonnie with their son James and his wife Laurie and their children Harrison and Victoria at Victoria's graduation from Bryant College in Smithfield, Rhode Island in 2012. There's Stan, Bill, and Bob Snow planning the 1983 addition to the store. And Stan, Bill, and Bob with their mother on the town cove. And Bill and Ann, Bob and Elizabeth, and Stan and Bonnie Snow at Bonnie and Stan's home
and they can hold their drinks in them.
in 2004. And then the family, Bob, Elizabeth, Julie, Bill, Ann, Stan, and Bonnie with Alan, James, and Sid in front in 1983. Stan and Bob both were in the Air Force during the Korean War. Stan was mainly in Panama and Bob was in the Philippines. Bob and Elizabeth Snow, and then their trips to Switzerland. This is breaking ground for the new Harry Howard Snow's and Sons building in 1971. Lloyd Spicer is the architect. William Snow, Stan Snow, Harry Snow, and Robert Snow.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Have a good day.
Fifth generation with Sid Snow, Donna Snow, and Sid's sister Susan. Sid, Susan, and James run the store in 2012. Sid's daughter Katie, who works in the store in the summer. And there's pictures of Sid, Penny, and Susan Snow in 1973. James Snow and his family, Harrison and Victoria, Laurie, his wife, and James, and then James and Sid. This is the Relay for Life team. In 2005, we had a very active participation in the cancer drives. Snow's employees participating in the Relay for Life. They worked very hard for that, all throughout the year to raise money. And we used to have Snow employees picnics. This one is at Stan and Bonnie Snow, but over the years it's gotten to be too much to do. This is the new Snow's Home and Garden in 2002. Grand opening of the building in 2000. Bob Snow, who managed the fuel department, and the employees. Sid, Stan, Bill, Ann, James, and Bob in 1987 for the 100th anniversary. And Bill and Ann Snow's 50th anniversary in 2000. This cover story for a magazine for Sid Snow. And then Snow's Home and Garden bought Bates's Hardware Store in March of 2011. It shows James Snow at the store in Harwich. This is a magazine article in 2012 from Cape Cod Life about the 125th celebration of Snow Store. This is an unusual picture of 1911 by Harry Sparrow of the train coming up from Eastham. The coal trestle is there with a a coal car right beside it, and they would dump the coal into the coal trestle, and then they would take it out by car or truck. The dumping the coal made a great deal of difference to the operation of the French cable station, and it became essential that they do something to protect the instruments at the French cable station. So they purchased tennis balls to put on the device, and that alleviated the disruption with France with the cable station and the coal. And these are bills for renting the trestle and the railroad site for the coal from Snow's. This is the inside of the store, and it shows the clock, which is still available today. This is a 4th of July parade car advertising Goodyear tires, and takeoff on His Master's Voice for RCA, with the dog making the idea that Goodyear tires are the first choice of His Master's Voice. This is the opening of the 54th anniversary of the building and the basement store. They had never opened up the basement before, and these were the sale prices for that opening. This is a birthday party for Fred Pierce, who is seated on the left, in the early 1940s and 50s. The grandfather clock, again, is located near the rear by the service desk of the 1950s. This shows the Strand Movie Theater, which was at the Snow Block after silent movies were invented, and they built out onto Main Street with an opening to the theater. And there is the Snow Block with the railroad station. There were apartments in the second story, and in the attic there was a shooting gallery for guns and bow and arrow. This is the railroad station in 1913, and you can see the Snow Block on the right, and straight ahead the part of the tavern, which used to be located down on 6A, and it was moved up here. A real close-up of the Snow's Block. It was built by Aaron Snow in 1984 and located on the corner of Main Street and Old Colony Way, with an auditorium for dances, sports, theatrical productions, and the apartments. It was torn down in 1939. The Orleans Railroad Station, which also shows part of the Snow Block, and we always tell the school children that the bicycle was used by someone who would run telegrams all over town when they came into the railroad station telegraph office. This is the Snow Block from Main Street, heading up from the library, and William Snow is in the wagon with his horse, and this is the Four Corners today with the traffic lights. And this is the Snow Block after 1988 with a new fence around the original Methodist cemetery. The Methodist church was located somewhere in this area in 1818. This is looking from 6A toward Snow's store and the Pants Factory on the far right. And this is from the railroad looking up toward the center of town and the railroad station, with the Pants Factory on the far right and Snow's in the middle. This is a picture of the Pants Factory employees, and they had other people that worked from their houses, and all of the pants were taken to them in burlap bags. And then this is George Snow's Pants Factory baseball team, and you can see the Snow Block, and then you can see off in the distance the house, which today in 2012 is Emac and Bolio's ice cream store. And then George F. Snow, brother of William Snow. He was a lifesaver, and that's his hat that he has on. And he was born in 1858 and died in 1915. And he was the son of Aaron Snow and brother to William Snow.